What's up, YouTube? It's John, better known as, it's just John, man. Bringing you here another YouTube video from our EX6 locals. We have on the left, it is Melga, which I didn't expect you to see to play in 2024, versus Machinedramon or Chaosdramon X. You know, build big wall, I am wall, President Trump deck. You know, and so really interesting matchup. I take that back. Actually, I just straight up lied. This is not a very interesting matchup. This is all but unfortunate for the Melga player, simply because if you can't go Burr, I feel like what you end up doing is just end up your stack gets too late, and then by that time Machinedramon's already out, or if you can't win the game, can't OTK, Machinedramon's already out, and it's just GG because he's just a big body on the board. He's gonna block a million times, and you can at most probably remove him 3 times. And if it's a Machinedramon or Chaos X, or if it's a Chaos X specifically, it's probably been out for a while. Okay, so on the left we have some super simple plays here. Gabumon into Gabu X, and then hard playing Gabu X for search, as well as a cool boy. I think it may have served him better in this instance to have, instead of going into Gabu X in the back, probably play cool boy to search top 3, and then maybe hard play the Gabumon to pass turn, the Gabu X to pass turn, because then this turn he could have raised the Gabumon, evolved over it with Gabu X, tapped cool boy, gained the memory, and also searched. You know, so he could have extended his plays a little bit. But this is not terrible because he's just like, he's memory choking, etc. The Machinedramon player is actually going to be, looks like having a little bit of trouble. It doesn't look like he's having a very good time. Oh, throw the Haguru at security, and when in doubt, turn it sideways. And then so, dude, yeah, oof. It's also tough because on the left we didn't get like a regular Garurumon, you know. But I'm saying, like, you know, if he would have been able to push up, Gabu X, search, tap, gain a memory, draw a card, that would have been so much more valuable. You know, like he would have had a lot more going for him. He may have actually hit the right level 4. And the way we know the way we know he would have hit the right level 4 is if he draws the right level 4 now, right? Yeah, so yeah, he would have hit it based off that, because he would have revealed 4 off the Gabu X, and that would have allowed him to actually find the good Garurumon, and then kind of go up from there and kind of go Burr. He would have passed turn level 5, but then Jeremy here on the right, who's playing Machinedramon, would have had nothing, no plays really. But see, I say that, it's really easy to say that from this perspective. I actually didn't know what his starting hand was, so that's kind of unfair for me to say as well. So I'm going from my perspective, which is obviously biased because I'm seeing like everything at this high level. Oh, okay, this is annoying. Ugh. Here comes the Chaos X. Overflow 3. Bro, I hate Chaos X so much, bro. I remember when this deck was like tier 1 for like a mini format. The reason why I dislike these decks, and it's nothing against people who play them, dude, if Machinedramon is your favorite Digimon, bro, I hope you get support that's broken and that you enjoy it. I'm gonna bitch about it because I hate decks like this, but but like, dude, if it makes you happy and you play it, keep doing your thing, bro. Oh, look, now we're cooking with Melga. Let's go. Nice, bro. If he can kill this thing twice, it's a wrap. If he has the purple Melga, this thing is dead. But if he doesn't, it's kind of tough. Protection, or does it have jamming? Oh, it has jamming. That's actually broken. What the fuck was I saying? My bad. I'm over here spazzing. Okay, you swing again and then you Evo. Or you swing Evo, it doesn't matter. Nice. Draw twice. Nice. Oh, dude. Oh, he's almost cooked. Never mind. What if he goes into the old Garurumon? Does that gain him enough memory? Because that might just be game. Right? my gosh. Oh my gosh, my friend. I'm pretty sure. I never remember people's first names. I remember their in-game names, unless it's been people I'm playing for a while. But the player on the left here is someone who's really, really cool. I believe his name is Chris, but I don't want to call him the wrong name multiple times, so I will be careful. But him and a group of people who we're actually really cool with have been starting to show up to some of the locals a little bit more frequently, which is awesome because obviously we really love to see more people show up. And I believe they're all going to the regionals in Dallas, which I actually just picked up a ticket to as well. And the reason why it's good to see them is obviously this is a group of players who they all play at a very high level. It's him, I believe his brother Martin, Raymond, and a handful of others who you'll probably see featured on the channel a little bit more in the next month. But they're all really, really good players, been playing for a long time. But unfortunately here, I believe that the only deck he has complete is Melga. So obviously Melga right now kind of struggles into this environment. So, oh yeah, so he could have went Sagittarius mode and drawn another card, which may have made a difference. Because I don't know how many cards he has in hand, because he may have been able to keep Terran and just kill him, which would have been awesome. Because, you know, dude, look, I've known Jerem a long time. He's my boy. But, dude, Melga beating Chaosdramon is something I live for. Because it feels impossible. Oh, my God. You always want to see that one. Bro, just put... you can't even memory choke him now. This is actually... Yeah, this is unfortunate. I think what you do instead is you just set up... Oh, do you do that? That is a memory setter. Do you have anything else? Maybe play the mat? I don't know. Back to what I was saying quickly. Is that I'm always going to say, like, yo, if like... me and other YouTubers are always going to complain about certain decks. I dislike decks like Chaosdramon that are like super grindy, annoying, like not annoying, that's not the right word, but just grindy messes, I guess I should say. Like, because like it's a wall deck. It wants to stop you from playing the game. It wants to block. It wants to control the board. It wants to basically just be a headache to deal with. I personally, and I'm sure other people as well, don't like playing against these types of decks because, you know, they're just a little bit of a headache to play against. And you can't typically execute your typical game plan, which of course if I'm complaining about this, like, hey, they just want to swing 1,000 times and win the game, but that's okay. Decks like this exist. It's important to have them, even if I dislike playing against them. It just is something that is, you know what I mean? So it's okay, but at the same time, it's just like, I hate it when I play against this. A newer deck that's kind of similar to this, and again, no ill will towards anyone playing like, what? No, wait, don't swing. What are you doing? Wait, did he say, oh, Jeremy, no? He probably was like, oh, do you have blocker? He was like, nah, but Jeremy had the ace. Wait, can you go over the red Digimon? It says it's a black, right? I think that's like treat this card as a black card, so I think you can. But like 7 Great Demon Lords is a deck that's very similar. Also, they're just decks that they're more difficult to play against if you haven't played against them a ton. Which obviously, no shit, Sherlock, right? You need to play against stuff more often to have a better chance of beating it, so you understand what the deck does. But it's one of those things where a lot of these decks have like control elements. They're a little bit more difficult to deal with. 7 Great Demon Lords, for example, the Lucimon loop is very frustrating to deal with. It's kind of hard to interrupt it, and unless you have a deck that's kind of equipped to deal with it, it's really, really difficult. Like, for example, the deck I've played the most in the last year is Mirage Galgamon. I refuse to play that locals right now just because of how bad I feel the 7 Great Demon Lords matchup is. I say that and someone beat it today, which is an example of no matchup's unwinnable, right? Of course, especially things have to go the right way for X or Y player, but it's an example where I refuse to play this deck right now because I feel like it hard loses to this matchup, which at least at our locals is a little bit more common, you know, and that's okay. But it's a testament to like, yo, it doesn't matter. Like you should just play what you want, and you'll probably end up you'll win with what you want to play with, right? But I just wanted to avoid that matchup because after playing it a bunch, I was like, bro, how do I win? Granted, when I play tested against it a little bit, I feel like who I was playtesting against, Josh, was able to pull off a lot of good combos, and it was my first time playing this deck, you know, so I didn't really know what to expect. But nothing is impossible. Unless you play 7 Great Demon Lords in the Magna, then that's impossible. But I digress. Play what you want. even if it pisses other people off, it's okay. If people genuinely get mad at you for what you're playing, it's just immaturity on their part. It's okay to be annoyed and frustrated, right? Like, I get annoyed whenever someone flips over. Like, I don't get annoyed by playing Magna anymore. I feel like I have a pretty good handle on like how to beat that deck. But I actually get more annoyed when someone goes Uko in the back. Like, when someone goes Uko and raising, I'm like, oh shit, here we go. But play what you want to play, and eventually, unless people at your locals are, you know, a little bit on life support mentally, they'll figure out how to play around it. Especially if you played often enough. Dude, one of my best friends, Cameron, he had sniped me in the past with certain decks that I've played. Like, I remember I was playing Mastamon because I was having a lot of fun playing it back in like BT10 or whatever, maybe BT11. I was having fun playing it, and then because it was one of my buddy's favorite decks. I brought it to locals, and my buddy Cameron, bro, he sniped me with Ancient Greymon and just cleared all my security, and then Omnimon for me for game 2 times in a row. I was like, well, there's that. GG. So if people hate what you're playing, they'll eventually figure out a way to deal with it, which is definitely something that you have to be ready for. So I say that by saying that if you're playing a deck that's a little bit more mean or control-y, like 7th grade Demon Lords, or even Royal Knights was super grindy. And that's another example. Like, Royal Knights was grindy, bro. That Alphamon loop, oof. Oof, oof, oof. What do you do? I say all to say that if people really don't like what you're playing, they'll eventually figure out ways to play around it. And for those of you who are struggling with Magna, pause plugin. Holy shit. They literally can't do anything. It's actually hilarious. Especially the vaccine variant, because the vaccine variant often trashes their own security. The vaccine variant often trashes their own security to gain immunity before they swing. So that is actually something that's super, super useful against it. I would actually maybe argue that maybe 7th grade Demon Lord should look into playing pause plugin. Granted, it costs 5 to play, but like, you gotta do something, bro. You know what I mean? Like, the Magna matchup is so bad for them, they have to try something. And pause plugin doesn't let your opponent activate one Digivolving effect, so that really makes a big difference, I think. Freaking Martin Lee, the Old Force God, is the one who I saw playing that card, and I was like, okay, yeah, he knows what he's doing. Alright, so we're into game 2. Jeremy here on the right looks like he's having a good time. He's actually seeing his line. Him and I actually played round 2, and I'm playing Rapidmon in this event, and he's like, I don't know if it's a me thing. Maybe I played Rapidmon so much that I'm really confident in it, but I was like, oh, this matchup should be pretty easy. But then game 2, I got kind of annoyed because he like was able to get Machinedramon out turn 2. I'm like, that deck doesn't do that. So I was pretty annoyed by that, but I ended up winning game 3 because Rapidmon can kind of deal with Machinedramon pretty easily as long as he doesn't climb all the way to Chaos X in like one turn. Because I could always just go level 5 rapidly Digivolve. I didn't see any level 5s game 2, so that's what made it difficult. Alright, so on the left here, we are seeing the Garurumon struggling. Did we not find a 4 after all that? That's actually hyper unfortunate. I think that's what they're talking about. Bro, I still haven't found a 4. Bro, do not ice wall him. Wait, no, this is when he did the thing. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta talk about this. I'm not doing this to pick on you, friend. I'm doing this because this was genuinely funny when I heard about this. I need to go back and see this. I'm sorry. Alright. Go back to the beginning of the game real quick. I just need to see. Okay, so here, this is what I wanted to see. I wasn't paying attention. He trained and revealed Garurumon and Ice Wall. And he was like, you know what? Ratios, Ice Wall's a 1 of, Garurumon's a 4 of. I'll see another Garurumon. I have bad news, folks. Jumping ahead here just so people don't get lost. Back to where we were. Okay, here. He does not see another level 4. So he reveals 4 here off of his memory boost later and doesn't find anything. Also, as a side note, he probably also could have hard played this Gabu X to add additional search instead of drawing a card by evoing in the back. But I feel you, bro. I've done this all the time. And me and my buddy Cameron actually have made this joke before. There were times where I'd like mem boost and like I need a level 4, but I see my burst mode in Mirage, for example, and I'm just like ratios, and I pick the burst mode, then I never see level 4. I think it always goes without saying, grab what you need, because then situations like this arise, and it's super unfortunate and just unfun to deal with. So hopefully he top decks a 4 next turn, but there was maybe one or two things he could have done differently. He probably could have hard played the Gabu, you know. But, oh my god. And then Germ is just doing annoying Machine Dramon things. I love him to death, by the way. So I pick on Germ a lot. So I consider Germ one of my good friends. And he knows whenever I'm talking shit, I'm just talking shit. It's not genuinely serious. Unless it is. And Germ's actually, speaking of Germ real quick, he actually is having a hard time this meta too, because he's like, bro, what do I play? Because like all the decks he plays lose to like 7th grade Demon Lords, mostly because Levia, our ruling here hasn't been updated for Levia. So one Levia kills Machine Dramon, which is super annoying. And then also Magna X. He's like, bro, what do I do? He has Numemon, but he doesn't have rune modes, so it's like awkward. And then today at locals he played Numemon and just did not have a good time. He just a little bit awkward. I think he beat one Magna though, so that's positive. I personally am not afraid of Magna anymore. I think the deck is strong. I could totally see how it's annoying to play against. Oh my god, bro, we didn't find. Oh no, we'd probably take the Omni X here. I understand why it's frustrating to deal with, especially with certain decks that don't have the firepower to deal with it. But I think if you were to hit anything in Magna, if you want to hit anything in that deck, I would say hit Awakening to 1 or to 0, because Awakening lets you really easily facilitate, especially on the blue version. Oh my god, he's gonna swing and pop the Tamer with that. Wait, reveal, Matt, reveal. Come on, show us level 4. Let's go. Take the 4. Take the 4. The Awakening lets you like quickly and easily climb the Magna X, whereas I feel like if you always had to go into it for 5 over a Magna, it wouldn't feel as overpowered, if that makes any sense. Or I mean, it does, obviously, because it's still a broken card, but at least when you do it, when you evolve into it for 5, you're passing turn. Whereas when you Awakening, most of the time you keep turn and you go swing, unsuspend, swing, unsuspend. And that I feel is just a lot of pressure from a deck that you shouldn't be able to do that in, if that makes any sense. Like you shouldn't be able to be super aggressive and defensive. I mean, don't be wrong, that the card design is gonna be whatever, they're gonna do what they want. But my point is that if it's more expensive to go into Magna the first time, it makes it a little bit more balanced in the way that they can't also apply pressure immediately and then like chunk you down to 2 security. Hopefully they don't keep turn and blinding rate. You know what I mean? Like, because they won't have the yellow source typically. No, they won't have. Oh no, it depends which Magna they go into, but they'll have to like blinding ray first, right? To like make sure they keep turn and then, you know, get the immunity, etc. Like just make it a little bit more difficult to get like super good value off of going to Magna X, and I think most people would be okay. You know, that's just my take, because if they go into it and pass turn every time, it's a little bit more fair, because then like you have a turn to like set up to deal with it, as opposed to it's already beating the living hell out of you, and now you like, if you don't answer, they kill you next turn. That's all. All right, so what are we doing here? I think, oh my god, bro, we punched the hell out of the camera. Oh, so this is why game 2 is a little bit weird. It's because we punched the hell out of the camera. I think at this point I may have been watching, I'm not sure. All right, so what do we do here? What are we looking at? I think, wait, does that Machine Dramon have blocker? I mean, if it does, it's fine, but I think we have to, send it low key. He's just gonna clear our board. Germ's pulling up Uber, I think. I don't know what's going on. Is he ordering a pizza? So I think maybe, oof, this is just awkward. All right, so I think you go, I don't know what you do here, actually. A Sagittarius is okay. You bounce the little guy. He picked it up for him. That's awesome. Here, that's actually really funny. I don't know why that's so funny, but just not something that I unexpected. He's like, I got you, buddy. And he picks up the card for him. Oh, okay. So go into that one first. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Actually, I think what may have made more sense here is if the Melga player, again, I want to say Chris, but I don't want to be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Chris. If the Melga player kept the stack in raising and went all the way up on the one that's already out, just to apply some pressure in the setup. Granted, when the Megidramon or when the Chaos swings, it's gonna pop the mat, which sucks, bro. All right, but now we have the protection. See, the problem we're at now is that he is playing against the Machinedramon that has at least 2 layers of protection, so you have to get rid of it 3 times, and that's just difficult to do, bro. So I think you go. I mean, what's the best that you think you do here? I think you go. Ooh, no. I think you go. I mean, I don't think you win either way, but I think you go purple Melga, swing, try to pop it. Oh, do you have battle protection? Yeah, I don't know. It's awkward because then he just goes like this is already kind of doomed. Like you have to go a little bit faster because now he just goes Chaos X, Digivolve it 3 times, swing at it, transfer. Yeah, this game's over. Oh, it's so awkward. This matchup's terrible, bro. Absolutely terrible. I mean, you can win as the Melga player, and like I have, and I've won before. I believe Chris has beaten Melga before. I mean, beaten Machinedramon too, and others have, of course. But you just have to go so fast, man. Especially with how much faster Machinedramon is now. Granted, it's still a little bit bricky, but you have to be able to like. I think your only way of outing Machinedramon at this point is like purple Melga, swing, pop it. Melga X, try to bounce it, swing, Omni X. That's it. That's like your only way to kill it. But then, dude, the worst part is, so the reason why that sucks so bad is because you miss out on all your damage going up the line with Melga because you can't swing with the 5s. He maybe would have been better off if he found it. He is hard play Agumon. Wait, do you only have 1 Agumon? I mean, 1 Gabu, if he did, that makes sense. He should have maybe hard played the mat here because he would have gotten search. And that way the whatchamacallit, the Megidramon only pops 1 instead of 2. Oh, but look, did he Digivolve? Digivolves 2, yeah. Oof. Or is it 3? I thought he only slotted 2. And then he kills it. Oh, I guess he was trying to ace, but I mean, it stuns it, but I think the attack still goes through. Yeah. Because see, now the issue with this play, right, is it, I mean, that's cool, you got your 5 on the board, but like now what? You know what I mean? It has no protection. It's naked. Like if you swing, it dies. So like you have to think, was that play really worth it? I think it would have maybe been a little bit better just to hard play a mat and then like hopefully set up in the back again. But at this point, with Chaosdramon adding 1 source every single turn, it's pretty much over. You basically have to prevent them from ever getting the Chaosdramon. If not, you just lose. So I think this is super unfortunate. But dude, I respect him so much. He's like, I'm gonna keep fighting. I remember I walked up at this point. I'm like, bro, what do you do? I'm like, if I'd have seen this, I would have just scooped. And he's like, nah, man, I gotta keep fighting. So I respect that. He goes out in a blaze of glory. But it just sucks, dude. And don't worry, I got your back though, bro. I cooked German game 2. I mean round 2. I didn't really cook him. I just rested his stuff and ignored it. But yeah, he could go over it. Wait, what's he doing? Oh, see, oh my god, he's so close to outing it. If he would have grabbed the Omnimon early game, or was that last game? So here you go, Melga X. Does he not have X anybody? Oh, but see, now it doesn't have protection, bro. That's the problem with this little baby stack, is it doesn't have protection. So now he can't even swing with the purple Melga to like try to pop it because it would just die. Oh, we're gaming. Oh, and a lot of the videos from this tournament are going to be a little bit on the longer side. So if you hear me ramble or repeat topics, my bad. But this is who I am. But right now I'm being a bad content creator because I'm texting. Alright, what I missed? So we did the Melga play. Now we discard cards. Oof. Yeah, buddy, we're kind of in a rock and a hard place. Wait, no, just don't. He's just gonna attack into it. It's so free. You know, the Melga ace quickly, I think, got power crept. I'm sure we got better purple aces, but it's like not good. I mean, trigger. I'm like, wait, trigger the effect. That's how I was like, wait, trigger the effect. I'm like, it is like, oh my god, overflow. Oh, there were 2 aces in that stack, bro. Oof. What do you do, man? All right, now Germ's just playing with himself. That's all like the joke we were making. Like, all right, bro. We're like, all right, bro, we get it. And, like, you win. Oh my god, and he just fucking hard dropped another. He fucking warped Digivolved into Machine Dramon. Swing, then attack the heavy mobile, right? Oh my god, bro. Germ's such a dork. It's just so mean. Yeah, this is when we were talking shit. We're like, Germ, what are you doing, bro? Just stop. He's dead. Wait, what is that? Oh, that was reboot? That's crazy. So now, yeah, I think now is when he's like, what do I do? He can't even warp because he doesn't have the mat. Oh my god, this plays godly. I've never done this. I've always wanted to do this, but never had an opportunity. Wear Garo for 7, play the mat, get cooked, get absolutely cooked, get that value off. Oh my god, what did he get double hits? Oh no, he didn't get double hits. But see, but now he has the Gru. Get the level 4. Let's go. Okay, yeah. That's actually hyper unfortunate. And then Jeremy just turns his card sideways and wins the game. Actually, no. He tries to start evoing back and doing all this stuff. I'm like, bro, literally stop it. When people do stuff like this, I get so annoyed. Not like with Jeremy here, he's not trying to be a jerk. And we're at this point, we're all watching and we're laughing at this point. We're like, no, rip Melga. But like, I've played against people who they have game. I mean, you guys tell me if I'm wrong here. People have game. Right? There's nothing for them to worry about. There's no ace threat, etc. They'll have game, and then they insist on like doing this like all you have to do is turn the card sideways. Like, oh, Evo and raising. I'll activate my train. I'll play a training. I'm like, bro, just kill me. Stuff like that is my pet peeve, bro. It's like almost BM. I can tell the people who do that don't win often. Anyway, okay, my bad. That was a little bit of a rant, but Germ's not actually doing it like that. Germ is just like, we're at this point we're all dying laughing because we're like, bro, like we're all minds were all blown. Like, oh my god, wear Garu for 7, put him to 3. If he had a memory setter, it's so much value, right? Because he's going to 3 anyway. But yeah, this is a very unfortunate game for Melga. This is definitely one of those matchups you don't want to play against. I think maybe you could consider teching in Vike Ace or even Zudo to help deal with this. But then obviously if you go Zudo, you ruin like all the damage from your stack pretty much. So I digress. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope this was an enjoyable experience aside from watching a small dog get absolutely massacred. But looking forward to catching you in the next one, and good luck, have fun.